Okay, Jeremy, what does it mean to get out of autopilot?
Yeah, when we do a lot of conflict resolution training, we talk about the goal of training is to help people get out of autopilot. In other words, to make a more deliberate choice about their communication strategy. Conflict resolution strategies, peace building strategies are not always the right strategies for, resolving particular issues. It could be that, avoiding it might be better, or being more aggressive might be better in certain situations, or so it doesn't mean that it's always the right thing. But what training does and what thinking about different strategies do, hopefully, is to get you out of an automatic reaction so that you can make a more deliberate choice, a more conscious choice about the type of strategy that's best in the situation. So a lot of times if someone brings us a difficult conversation, or we feel like someone did something we're not happy about it, and so there's that conflict that erupts, or at least that perceived threat, our immediate reaction a lot of times is to go into that fight or flight mode, to acute stress response, where our sympathetic nervous system acts up, we get a little triggered emotionally, and we get defensive or we get offensive, and that's our automatic reaction. But if we start to train ourselves, instead of jumping straight into autopilot, we actually can slow down and essentially activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which helps our body slow down. It helps us get out of that stress response. Breathing techniques can be important. Mindfulness techniques, where we're really starting to try to be aware of what we're feeling in this moment, focusing on our breath. I do something which is like I slow my speech down to the point where I can really hear myself enunciate my words. And that helps. When I slow my speech, it kind of signals to my mind, hey, it's time to slow down. And so that's something that I do when I start feeling a little triggered. But anything that we can do to slow ourselves down, to get out of an automatic reaction and into a very conscious, deliberate response. What is the right response here? Do I care enough about this relationship to respond in an effective way, to try to do some conflict management, to build some peace, build some trust? Or do I not care about this relationship, but I just need to avoid it, or I just need to get aggressive or something? Like, what's the right strategy? So getting out of autopilot and making a deliberate choice is really important for doing peace building work at an interpersonal level, and even as a peace builder or a consultant or a coach or a leader that you're trying to mediate or mitigate threats among other people. Slowing yourself down so you don't get involved in it, so you don't feel emotionally drawn in and triggered by things, and that you can really create a deliberate response rather than just an automatic reaction to situations. That's really important.